Alright, so as much as the idea of EHAS is serious because it's important, the work that's happening, we also have to relax and enjoy ourselves. And this evening is also about connecting. It's also about entertainment. It's also about finding laughter in the middle of everything else that's going on. And I couldn't think of a better person to help us to express that emotion than the gentleman I'm going to be calling to the podium next. Now, he's an educator. He recently had a birthday. I'm not going to tell you the man's business, I'm not going to tell you what it is. But he recently had a birthday, and he's not young again, but you could never tell when you see him. He's an educator. He currently teaches at the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts in various departments. He has been known as a stand-up comedian for the longest while. He tours the world to do stand-up comedy. He is a Jamaican icon. And beyond all of that, he is an actor, he's a producer, he's a director. He's currently directing my one-woman show, by the way. He's a writer. We're co-writing the show. May I tell everybody all of your business tonight? Right? And he's an amazing person and a superb friend. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Owen Blacka Ellis.
Me born and grow at Trenchtown, 6 Upper 1st Street, Kingston 12. Raised by an aunt who, she was very colorful. My auntie Becca, she was a fishmonger. She sold fish on the roadside at the corner of West Road and 30 in Trenchtown. And she was very colorful. She had a very vast vocabulary of Jamaican profanity. And she had this way of making her neck move on every syllable. And when it came forward on the cloth. And that's how I was raised, you know. And when the words done, the beating start. And I have a brother who many of you might know is also a comedian, IT. And we lived in separate households. But we, you know, same father but different mother. And both of us lived in poverty, right? But he lived with a mother. IT's mother was this lovely lady, Miss B, who loved on him. She called him my little black prince. And she, oh, come on, little prince, go love it. My auntie wasn't into that. My auntie, but we both were poor. But he went to bed many evenings without food. Not me, because Auntie Becca sells fish. Our best friend named Miss Dave mother because she's always pregnant. She said yam, banana, and so on. So we were never hungry. But we get not beaten because Auntie feed you good and beat you hard. And I would wish I would give up the food any day from loving. And would say, get the loving and give me some food. So all of us, as we inhabit our own stories, we think our story is worse than that person's story. Because he might get love and no food. May I get no food and hard love. So what's your story? Are you getting food? Or are you getting love? Are you getting the love, but it'll come, you know, with some hunger? So it's good to ask yourself what is our story. I became a comedian because I would go to school. Thank God for common entrance. Came before GSAT, which came before PEP. And PEP really means punish every picnic. Or pressure every parent. Anybody over kids doing PEP, you know that's true like that, right? But thanks to the PEP's forerunner, I was able to leave Trenchtown and go to a high school out at Far Place, Excelsior. Best high school in the world, by the way. Somebody agrees. Alright. Because when I went to high school, I discovered for the first time that I was poor. Didn't know I was poor. I discovered for the first time that I was different. Because when every other child of mine, Clarks or Bally or Chocolate Fox or the nice name brand shoes, I had an auntie's boyfriend hand me down old man shoes. When everybody have on the nice khaki, them call it seaman khaki, I have on the free man khaki. So auntie get it free from some punch and that was me. So I look different. And kids can be very cruel. But I learned quickly that, you know, If me start laugh first, then I am the joker. I own it. If them start laugh first, I am the joke. So I would go to school and just ta-da! And show up my and I would just laugh and say, hey, it's funny, we'll come back tomorrow. Good. That's the plan I had. When I was in grade 9, my one khaki pants, I pulled the pants up, keep it up, and the zipper came off. And I have to go to school. Because if it's your auntie, you know what I get. Right? Colorful words are not beaten. So I put the pants on, tuck the shirt in, take a needle, and stitch up the pants front. Neat, 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 and gone to school. But a boy has to urinate. So I found a way that I could shift the pants, move this side, come to the front, and cut a hole in my pocket. And words start spread. A boy in the 90, a pee between pockets. I became famous in no time flat. They were prepared to pay to watch me pee. And I thought, hey, there's something in this. The next thing you know, I became the class clown, drama club president, and I was able to carve a career doing comedy. Not comedy as in she guys walking a bar, but comedy as in telling my own story in a way that I can own it. And if you want to laugh, good because I laughed already. I cannot make you laugh about it. And that's how I became a comedian.
I want to do this piece called The Drop. And The Drop is telling a story, and it's a part of how I grew up. From a barn, me I climb tree. My first tree was a mango tree. Then me tried the coconut. The climb was great. The fruit of this palm tree, my mind have me thinking. The tree have bread, what can do? Wine, oil, and milk. And so much I come from this a one tree. A little man said them bore a hole in the heart and call it plamento. The liquor they resemble white tar. Me eat a cane and I watch the tree. In the evening put a bamboo to the tree. Me a climb as day break. Climb look great. Us green, thicker than two of my fingers. Under that us is a hard shell, thicker than a walnut shell. Thinking about what's under that shell. White marrow substance. Put my finger in. Drinking this fresh with fish and bread. Tastes like almond. The natives make oil. We from West Africa with a climb nature. My next climb was the ackee tree. A prominent food. The national fruit of the yard, Jamaica. They talk about the ackee and saltfish. Me needed this climb, a climb to remember. Me standing under the tree looking. Ackee pods close, waiting for ripening. Mom bring home saltfish. Me can't wait, clean and wash. My mom say after pickings, ackee pods open, crocus bag ready. Girl to impress come in. Start me climb. The climb a success. Me at the top. Girl impress. Me happy. Time for pickings. Start me pickings. Hockey get drop in a crocus bag settings. Bag I get full. Out on a limb. Still picking. Me excited about this national dish. Everyone watching, I'm going to get her. She look at me smiling. Something move. Oh snap! Limb broke. Me falling. Can't grab nothing. Me dropping. Not good. The main road caught me. Knocked out. I'm at a beautiful place. Inshallah wait. Settings look nice. Can't wait to get in. Doorman on in my chest. No access youth. Come back when you're whole. What happened, me ask? The drop happened, youth.
When I heard about optimists, my mind immediately went back 30 years. I was invited to the launch of an optimist club in Portmore. And as I looked around the audience, it struck me. And I asked a simple question. I said, everybody who was born in Portmore stand up. And nobody stood up. And I said, do you realize something we have taken for granted in Jamaica? I said, what is that? I said, here it is, a Saturday night. any of us could be anywhere else. We could be with our families, we could be out linemen, we could be at a restaurant, we could be at a nightclub. But what have we done? We have chosen to come together, spend our own money, with the promise of spending more money, spending our time, giving our experience, giving our resources for the community's good. None of us were born here. We're not joined by being born here. We're not even joined by going to the same school, going to the same church. We just happen to live in a community that we want to contribute and make the community better. I said, that's the secret sauce that has kept Jamaica together. We don't talk about it, we don't realize it, we don't capitalize on it enough because we have never measured it and understood it. What we're talking about tonight is at the heart of the development of our young people. And these would include not the young people just in state care, we're just talking about ordinary young Jamaicans in households, going to the same schools, eating the same food, mostly. But the outcomes are just not there, and we're not really being frank with ourselves as to how can we be throwing so much resources at this issue and having such poor outcomes. And I'm not here to depress you tonight, but we have to understand the task before us. If the task before us is to properly educate, to properly socialize our young people to a position where they are economically independent, where they are socially well adjusted, where they can play a meaningful role in their own lives, in the lives of their families, in the lives of their communities, in the lives of their country, we have to get at the heart of the issues. I see around me a lot of talent, a lot of goodwill, the ability to mobilize great resources. But if we have been throwing resources at it for so long, why? I don't have the answers, I only throw the questions at you, and not to deter you. The fact is that we have many other challenges, many other struggles. When I look, I see a group, many of you live overseas. There aren't many countries in the world where more than a third of the people born in the country reside overseas. I believe in numbers. I saw the Pew survey that the last, most updated one says that in the United States, there are 940,000 residents who are born in Jamaica. Now, when you think that Jamaica has just around 2.8 million people, ostensibly, and I say ostensibly because I believe it's less than that, actually living in the island, and you consider that in the United States alone, you have 940,000. In the UK, you have another 150,000. In Canada, close to 100,000, and on and on. If more than a third of the people born in this country are living overseas, and I'm telling you, that's top 5 in the world. In fact, probably top 2 or 3 for a country not at war. Our people are leaving, and in many instances, leaving the children behind. So when you ask about the outcomes, you go to the households. I mean, Tomlin, we live in Mandeville. Well, you're not in Mandeville anymore, but you're a Mandeville man, we call you that. And you go into some of the communities, and there's children raising children, Or old people, past it like me. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing having young teenage children, but older folks, you don't have the energy anymore to really keep up with the demands of being a good hands-on parent. So it's kind of watered down, There's no lie. And I say all this to say, this is where the state has a role to play. The state has a role to play in many things. I'm not a man that believes in big state, but I have come to realize over the many years of experience in Jamaica is that some of the intractable issues that we have, we cannot divorce the state's responsibility from it. So we have to be very pragmatic. We have to be very strategic. But it's doable, but we have to manage our expectations. Not to say we must accept low standards, we can never. We have to have a vision. We have to be aspirational in our thinking and our actions. But we also have to be very shrewd. So what can we do? We don't want to just throw money, or throw our time at something without having some realistic goals going forward. My humble advice, identify the people within each home that understands and believes in your program. No, let me be blunt, and I hope we're not taping this. No, I have to be frank. There are going to be people that you meet who are going to tell you that you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, because they're looking for things for themselves. It's just the reality of the situation. In many instances, the state institutions have become feeding trees for the people who work in it. It's just a fact. And you can't wrong them. Everybody in the survival game in Jamaica, you know, I'm not casting any moral judgment on people. It's the reality of the situation. So we have to look past the everybody happy to see you to what is really going to work. Who are the people who are really with us? Who are the people who will carry the message? Who are the people that after the lesson is done, if we say, look, we're going to do all this thing virtually and we're going to give everybody tablets and we're going to make sure the schools have the internet access and we're going to bring out the key persons and really train them in mentorship and train them in the other skills that they need to have to impart to the youngsters. So when they go out into the world is not confusing and chaotic, but they can make sense of the world and navigate a clear path for themselves in the world. We have to identify those people. We have to become really like missionaries, and we have to find the acolytes. Not impossible, but just keep that in mind when you're having these conversations and when you're placing these videos.
Don't be afraid to sing along. I know you know it. When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close
me tell you about myself. I almost gave up on my dreams and put them on the shelf. But then the Lord, He touched me and gave me strength to live. And this is why I'm standing, this is why I'm telling you that I can, I will, never give up, never give in, I can, I will, never give up, never give in. The vision may be bigger than what others can see. They tell you no, you can't, they see impossibilities. Right. But I am here to tell you the greater one is He who lives inside of you and giving you ability. Say I can, I will, never give up, never give in, I can, I will, never give up, never give in.
We interrupt your regular broadcast
To bring you good news! I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Let's all say together. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Amen. Say I can, I will, never give up, never give in. I can, I will, never give up, never give in. Your vision may be bigger than what others can see. They tell you no, you can't, they see impossibilities. But I am here to tell you the greater one is He who lives inside of you and giving you ability. That I can, I will, never give up, never give in. I can, I will, never give up, never give in. Woo! Never give up, never give in.
That's right.
Good night to you all.
Good night.
Now, it's great being here.
Yes.
You see, I had to touch down here, Cornell, to tell you that your dream of what you're doing here is never too big.
That's right.
Continue dreaming big, because with God, all things are possible.
That's right.
Captain Ike and Mr. Sunshine, we have been doing this now for 10 years.
Oh yeah.
We have gone to over 100 schools in Jamaica. We have been to the US, Canada, and we were at Canada in a big conference.
Yes. Yeah.
The Optimist International Conference 100 Convention. We were there talking to adults. Tonight I want to tell you this. The dream that Mr. Cornell has to touch lives is very important.
Yeah.
I have been to schools all across Jamaica, and it took me 10 years to reach the Westmoreland. Yes, you're wondering, how it took me 10 years? You see, when we just started, we had a vision board of all the places that we want to be, every parish. And this year was the first that I stepped into Westmoreland doing 3 schools. The vision of Cornell to impact lives across Jamaica, it's not too big. It may take time, but every dream can be accomplished.
Yes.
You have to remember this. Just dream big, think big, and never give up.
Yes.
So, Mr. Sunshine,
Yes.
I think we're ready to blast off inside
Yes,
here.
I think so too.
We're going to blast off
Yeah. Ready to blast off?
with that song.
All right.
Blast off, stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating tonight. If you
almost gave up on my dreams and put them on a shelf, but then the Lord
stop procrastinating if you're planning to be a part of what Cornell is doing here tonight.
This is why I'm telling
And just step out and say, guess what? I am going to do it.
never give up.
Right? I am going to be a part of this change. Because the young people, the children of today, need the change.
Yes.
They need to get the impact. They know that with God, all things are possible. And they're seeing you tonight. Are we ready for that song? Stop procrastinating tonight.
Wondering if you're going to write a check. Let me tell you, million start with the M. Million start with the M. And remember that. We can use millions, right? You can use millions. Oh yeah, million start with an M. So tonight, I want you to blast off.
Yes.
Stop procrastinating tonight. Are we ready? Let's go. Can we get some volume on this music?
Blast off, ain't gonna waste no time. Blast off, hey! Stop procrastinating. Blast off, keep your goals inside. Blast off, hey! Just do it.
You wake up in the morning, don't know how your day's going.
Oh yeah.
You know you should be praying, cause your future's in the making. Instead you feel like crying from all the things you're feeling.
Now is the time to break you. Get up, this is what you gotta do. Just blast off, ain't gonna waste no time. Blast off, hey! Stop procrastinating. Blast off, keep your goals inside. Blast off, hey! Just do it. Blast off.
That book you need to read.
Blast off.
That assignment to complete.
Blast off.
Those lives you need to impact.
Blast off.
The world is waiting on you.
Blast off. Carlo. You gotta
Blast off.
Hey.
Blast off. Woo!
Blast off. So tonight, blast off on your dreams. Your dreams are never too big. Keep positive. Never give up. Tonight, we continue our mission to touch and transform lives. And remember, this world can be a wonderful place.
Yes.
The world can be a wonderful place.
It can.
And tonight, I want you to remember this. Jamaica can be wonderful. This everything that he's doing here is trying to make this place wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you feel like him now, him head and talk about him for dead man. Just load the youth. Me say for load the youth. Me say for load the youth. The youth not do you nothing, so just load the youth. Big man, where you are, do you know somebody like you? How you fit have him on the ground and pull him round and round, man? Just load the youth. Me say for load the youth. Me say for load the youth not do you nothing, so just load the youth. The other day me there a halfway tree. And me a wait pan a bus, couldn't believe what me see. A big man call a youth for $100. Now me listen, now the youth that me hear a holla. The big man drive off in big van with the youth. Hang on, pan him left hand, me holla loud the youth. Me say for loud the youth. Me say for loud the youth not do you nothing, so just loud the youth. Another day, you know what me see? A youth get a burger, and as him start eating, it's a bigger youth that grab it out time hand, lick him and say, you think I did for you? And me holla loud the youth. Me say for loud the youth. Me say for loud the youth not do you nothing, so just loud the youth. So if you ever out a road and you see a little youth and it's a big man, you see I take the little boy boot, just holla loud the youth. Me say for loud the youth. Me say for loud the youth not do you nothing, so just loud the youth. Yo, loud the youth.
This poem is entitled, Until You've Walked in My Shoes. Until you've walked in my shoes, will you know what tight means? Forcing myself to fit in spaces too narrow for my wide feet. Until you've walked in my shoes, will you know how far I have come? Will you know the roads I've taken the roads I've trod, and the many times I wandered off course. Until you've walked in my shoes, will you know what it means to have leapt and fell and leapt and stumbled and left and stood, having found balance on my feet. Until you've walked in my shoes, will you know the hot sun that scorched me, the cold that cramped me, the stone that nagged me? Until you've walked in my shoes. Until you walk in my shoes, will you know how it is to face criticisms, to grin and bear it, to wear it. Until you have stepped into my shoes, will you know it's the right fit. Until you have seen where I lay my soul, will you know what it's like to find something worth more than gold? Something that walks you through the hardships and celebrates in your triumphs. Until you've walked in my size 12, size 44, 11 wide, 10 wide male, until you've walked in my shoes. Thank you.
When I decided to take on the musical journey officially, because leaving school, just as I was about to graduate, or just graduated, I got a scholarship in singing and writing songs. I represented my school, St. James High, and I came first, competing against all the other schools in Jamaica. Now, of course, I wanted to go to Edna Manley, but the scholarship that I got, I said, all right, it wasn't enough money to go to Edna Manley, but I heard about this music teacher by the name of Mr. Matthews, and I went by Herbert Morrison evenings after evenings. Sometimes I did not have the bus fare to go and take the lessons. But thanks to a mechanic that was in the town of Montego Bay, who goes by the name of Cecil, that owned Cecil's Garage. And I used to stop there many evenings and collect a bus fare after I reach in the town to go out by Herbert Morrison. So we have to understand that it's not you alone raising a child. Even when you have all the money in the world, sometimes we have, if not for some people out there who say, yo, keep it up, man. Sometimes you have all the money in the world and your children, them stray. So you take a community to raise a child. Would you agree? So you see, if we have all these children of the world as our children as well, this world will be a better place. Am I right? Thank you very much. This piece of my story, piece of my story. A piece of my life, piece of my life. Got to give Jah the glory. Hey, watch it now. I took a trip from the country, reached in Kingston City, dealing with your music, I say. Did not have a place to stay, but I prayed to Jah for a better day. Help I to never stray, singing for the trying man, trying man, working for a better situation, trying man and trying man, working on for a solution. Yeah. Mama do domestic work. Papa hustle in the street. Found it hard to make 2 ends meet. But I remember when the preacher said, once Christ is in the vessel now, you can smile on the storm. I say, well, I am singing for the trying man and trying woman, working for a better situation. Trying man and trying woman, working on for a solution. Take it away.